What if you had a time machine and you could go back to 2007 and see what it was like to build a gaming PC at that time? Well, we're going to try and do just that. Hello everyone, and I wanted to show you something very old. This is a computer that's been sitting in a garage for who knows how many years. It's kind of super dusty. But I got this for free with a bunch of other stuff, and I saw how old it was, and I had received about 6 computers from this person, and this was the oldest one, so I just threw it aside. And actually I posted it this weekend for free because I didn't want to deal with it, and nobody picked it up. So I was talking with a buddy of mine, and I was telling him the last time that I had a computer that could play games before now was 2007. And I had Vista on it. And that was normal. That was what you would have in 2007. And for the last month or so, I think, I kind of was thinking it would be cool to make a computer, do it like a legacy build with Vista and everything, similar to what I had at the time. The thing is, I can't remember what I had at the time. I had whatever was the cheapest possible components, probably a Celeron or a Pentium, and probably a 64 or a 128 card. I have no idea. So what I'm going to do here is I looked at this again. This is from 2006 or so. So I think it would be counting as kind of that time period of what I might have had at that time, but better. So I'm gonna try and see if this, I've never plugged it in. I don't know if it works. It's an AMD socket A. I think it's covered. Some sort of AMD. This is probably a pretty decent one compared to what I had at the time. This, I looked up the motherboard. This is an MSI motherboard, so it's actually a good one. It has 2 PCI Express slots. SLI, I think it said SLI on it. It's a MS7250, and it says, I thought it said platinum on it somewhere. Yeah, SLI platinum. So that's kind of crazy. I wonder what's in here. There's not even a thing to lock in the card. It would be funny if I go through all of this and it doesn't work. This is a PNY. Wait a minute. Why is there a, this is an AGP card. Why is it in there? How does that? I think that's not for the system. So it has 2 PCI Express slots, which I would have never, that would have been unheard of for me back then in 2007. And the reason why I sold my computer in 2007 is because of the recession. I converted to a laptop, and I've been using a laptop ever since. Oh, look at all the capacitors are swollen. You can see. You know what? This probably doesn't work anymore. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have to go with plan B. And look at the exit fan. So tiny. Plan B is to use a Core 2 Quad board that I have. I didn't want to use that because that came out in 2008. So that kind of ruins the whole 2007 vibe. And then I have this, which also I don't know if it works. And there's so much dust in here you can't even see the heatsink. This is from, I think, 2006, 2007. 512 megabyte. So this would match this system nicely, I think. And then also I have this, which is my inspiration. I've had this for years, and I believe that this is the actual graphics card I had in my computer in 2007. I'm not sure. 2008. Let's see. No, I had it from, I don't know, but I found this in storage in the old computer that I had. So this is the only remnant from that era. So this is kind of like my inspiration. Unfortunately, this card doesn't work. I don't know why, because it worked originally. But I tested it before, it doesn't work. That would have been really cool to have that in there. Like such. But we'll do this. I think this is technically better, right? Is it? 9500? Or 8800, I guess. See, I don't know the difference. It's too old. But I am going to, on this card, clean it and give it its final farewell and just put it on the shelf as a souvenir. Hopefully this one works. This should be pretty good for... Oh, this is 1 gigabyte. 9500 GT. Yeah, that should work. And then the final kind of icing on the cake here. It's all DDR2. Oh, can't get this memory out. Know what's in there. That is, can't read it. 1 gigabyte. But yeah, as far as I can remember, my original system had this. I think I had 3 gigs of memory because I couldn't afford 4. And I was probably running 32-bit at the time. And having 4 wouldn't have helped anyway. But look what I have here. Vista. This is not my hard drive. This came from a old Dell XPS that I recovered data from. And this booted on that system. And then I copied all the files off for the lady who owned it. And then she let me keep the computer and gave me some other computers. So I know this works. Hopefully it'll work with this. And we'll plug this in, boot it up, put the Vista on it, and then see what we can do. I'm not sure what games would you play. I didn't have any games then. I think maybe I tried Counter-Strike for the first time then, or I'm not sure if that was out in 2007. So what do you think? Will this work? Is this all just a waste of time? Also, when it does work, what am I going to do with it? There is a actual purpose to this, if this computer will work, because this has an IDE port. And I have an old gaming PC. I haven't done the video on that one yet, from 2001 or 2002, that the guy said is full of games. So I'm gonna plug, I also bought that big stack of IDE hard drives. So I'm gonna plug those hard drives into here and see if there's anything interesting on them before I erase them. So it's gonna be my super old test bench for that. And then after that, I don't know. I would like a different case though, because this one is, I don't have the covers. So I'll have to find some sort of vintage case to put this. Oh, this is so gross. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it now. I'm just gonna turn it on and see if it works. And this is just part one of the video. And then in part two, it will be actually working if it actually works. So we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. It's power cycling. I think maybe the motherboard's bad or the power supply. What do you think? You can do it, come on. Oh, we got it.